Since June, protests have been taking place at a test drilling site in West Sussex. Campaigners say they fear the action at Broadford Bridge will lead to fracking, but the company behind the work has denied the claim. Now, though, attention has turned to how the protests are being carried out and if safety is being compromised, as Sean Killick explains.
This was the moment when campaigners say the policing of a peaceful protest got heavy-handed. They posted online footage they say shows a woman making what's called a slow walking protest in front of a lorry approaching the site.
Can you move out the road? No, I'm making a peaceful protest. Step out the road, otherwise you're going to get yourself arrested.
MEP Keith Taylor, who visited the site today, says he wants the incident reviewed by the Sussex Police and Crime Commissioner, who he says previously insisted slow walking protests would be tolerated. Campaigners claim there have been other incidents of concern as well.
I have heard of a couple of people that have been pushed into the hedge by the officers. The other day there were 3 people locked on at the gates and there were 40 police. So that's rather excessive.
Last month, 2 protesters fixed themselves to a concrete block outside the site and the main road was closed as a precaution. The officer in charge says safety is the paramount consideration, adding any slow walking protest that falls outside of the designated areas will not be tolerated and officers will deal with it swiftly. I consider this approach to be proportionate to keep the public safe, facilitate peaceful protest and ensure that the wider community can conduct their lawful business. A campaign group which monitors public protests believes the police become less tolerant the longer a protest goes on.
The more that people are seen as being essentially a nuisance, and the more willing the police have been to clear people out of the road. And I think this issue about safety is actually crucial, because quite often the actions of the police in stopping people from exercising their freedom of assembly and their right to assembly is justified on the basis that we're just trying to keep you safe.
The oil company says it supports peaceful protests but not antisocial behaviour. However, the campaigners say their protests will go on. Sean Killick, BBC South Today, Broadford Bridge.